Hey, Miss Bisbee. Let me just do this real quick.
That same motherfucking friend has got access to all of his shit, is trying to get rid of her by lying and telling media certain things about how she's trying to marry him. The same person is saying that same shit. So that nigga is really a problem. He's really a problem because right now he's really deadly to Rob. He controls all of his intellectual property, controls the signature. Anything happen to Rob, he's in a damn good place, especially in 5 years. And he's trying to get rid of her because he wants out of the fucking picture. That's what that really is about. So I'm saying this, and I know that motherfucker's watching, because he's the only nigga that knew I was in California that could have put that shit out there like that. And he disappeared. We're talking every fucking day until after that damn police report, that video came out showing that footage. I ain't heard from him.
I thought they could get married in prison. I thought they could get, they can't, I thought you can get married in prison. In jail.
Yeah, but he been trying to talk her out of the picture. She needs to know that shit. Lying and telling Rob that she's trying to marry him so that her father getting up on all the Rob shit. That's what that nigga telling Rob. And she goes there to visit him. And he's telling, that's what he's telling everybody around Rob. So I hope she's listening and she hears that shit. That nigga. And he know who the fuck he is. Who told him people while I was in California, he did that shit. He's the one telling Rob that shit about, that's trying to create this division from, because right now, we're out of the picture that's nobody else that have ownership of Rob shit but him. Period. And you can better believe a nigga should offer that little like motherfucker $1 million to turn on Rob. We had all these negative things to say about how Rob didn't invite him in to eat a meal one day, and he didn't do this, that, and other. So fuck that faggot. He knows who I'm talking about. He met with me several times for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Well, I'm not gonna ask who it is.
You know who he is.
I'm just saying I'm not gonna ask. I'm not gonna ask nothing else.
You ain't got to, goddammit. You ain't got to. I hope he's stupid enough. I know he's shivering in his fucking boots right now. Because this information gonna get back there only one way or the other. Why ain't you on smoke, bro? You can't keep hiding this shit. You low-life motherfucker. You can't keep hiding this kind of shit, dude. God is controlling all this. And your mama's watching you now. I hope your ass is really, I hope I'm wrong. But you got other people with their eyes on you, dude. You're selling your friend in for $1. You're a bogus ass bitch. Really, you are.
Well, I'm like I said, I done told y'all before. I done told.
Nice Mercedes you got out there in LA. Nice new Mercedes you got here. Nice Rolex you got on your wrist. But Rob's attorneys ain't getting no money, and you control this money. That's funny as fuck.
Oh Lord, I know who you're talking about now. You ain't you the second person that told me that. I know who you're talking about now. But I ain't got no proof. I can't say nothing.
Lana told me it was somebody else's Mercedes. Yeah, talked about how they stole Rob's Rolex out of Trump. Nice Rolex you got, but Rob's attorneys ain't got no motherfucking money. That's funny. And now people saying I got some fucking money. And your ass will disappear. If you know about the fucking deal, those should be cut to pay his fucking attorney.
Well, all these friends and stuff need to get together. All these friends of his need to get together to pay his attorney, because these fans running out their stimulus money now, and hell, they run out their stimulus with unemployment.
They need to file a class action lawsuit against them motherfuckers. What's his name? That lawyer. All the fans that contributed need to file a class action lawsuit against, what's the lawyer's name? He used to be with him again, New York. What's his name? What's the lawyer in New York?
Hell, I forgot that quick.
Doug Ansar. File a class action lawsuit against Doug Ansar, demanding records of where that money went. File a class action lawsuit demanding records of where the money went. DanaJay paid his motherfucking child support $15,000 right after that. How did he come up with that? Huh? New cars and all that shit. How the fuck did he do all that? How did he go build a new set and all the things he's doing? That was the money, motherfucker. Yeah, y'all know all this shit now because you knew I was researching. You've been through the shit. I see why y'all.
Well, I don't know. That's why I'm quiet, cause I ain't got no paperwork. I think.
I know for a fact. The only way child support to be lifted, goddamn it, is if the judge ain't even lift. The custodial parent has to lift the shit. Not just learn this shit today. The custodial parent has to lift the shit, or you have to pay it. I didn't think I had to come up to. I'm gonna guess Ron gave it to. Oh man, nah, I don't believe so. Your ass had to take a fucking bus to LA with Jasmine. Took a fucking double the grant with the bus down here with her. We got the ticket, motherfucker. You hold the bus with her. Yeah, you had to take the bus here. How you get the permission to do all that?
I don't know, because I don't be on his channel. I don't know what's going on his channel. I don't be on there. I don't know nothing.
To bring him over to the jetway, that's like you got your motherfucker hotel, whatever. Come on, dude. You're clowning a fucking goofy.
I don't know.
Say whatever the fuck you want to say. Some people know this shit, dog. They know this shit already. They can go search these motherfuckers, bring out the double-decker stations and shit, and see that you was on that bus that day. They can see where that money came from that you paid that child support with. If you're not in that shit for nobody, oh, I forgot to mention your ass was a federal informant. You and Clary, that's like, I know how you let Bob out there with the security guard that used to work. I know all this shit. And they know too. So keep coming. Keep doing the dumb shit. They're using my ass to get y'all to do some more dumb shit. I think.
Now we go to school. He shouldn't have never mentioned my name, but I get it. When you mention DanaJay name, that's the name that you use to get all of your narratives out. And it's quite funny. If y'all paid attention, he said, I caught a bus out there to LA. No. Every time I've been to LA, I flew. Every time I've been to Vegas, I flew. Hold on. Yonder. Give me a second. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. I'm coming right back. So, with that going on, I call it cat fat boy. But we heard you threaten Keith. We heard you threaten Will. We heard you threaten Sharon Winbush. Oh, we definitely heard you threaten me. But if you want to threaten somebody, why didn't you do it in Will's face? Why didn't you do it in my face? Hell, why didn't you do it in Keith's face? Y'all see the title. R. Kelly version of Grafeetie Bridge. There are thieves in the temple tonight. It's going down. Let's go ahead and get this intro in. Let's stop playing. No more talk for these clown ass niggas. Let's get it all the way in. Let's go.
So they dropping in, they keep coming, watch us in. They gotta leave us alone. Say you live, what you gon' do now? Hope you're ready, guess I'm really about to put it down. Tell you what, I just respect you. You have tomorrow, but tonight I wanna spend it you. Let's go down, make it right now. So I hope you're gonna be like. Try to say stop when you say no. Where you go again that goes? Oh, what you make your girlfriend? You've been waiting patiently. You've been waiting where I be. The cousin rockets in the industry. Making this up, she can't sleep.
Yo, what up? What up? What up? What's going on? What's going on, man? Whew. It get crazy out here. It get crazy out here, don't it? It get crazy out here. Y'all heard that man go in, call Keith all type of faggies and bitches, and he's stealing from Rob and this and this and this and this. But you heard him contradict himself like 12 times. He came out and said, well, Joy is a good woman. He would be a great wife for Rob. But then turned around and said, well, I don't know because I don't be around her. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. I don't understand. I don't understand people rationale. And then you said, I pay for my child support. I pay for my child support. You gonna wish you never said that, bro. Because see, I was leaving you alone. I don't think I need to now. I think I need to be the asshole that I always have been. Let's see. I gotta find a perfect song for you. Let's see. Uh-oh. Y'all know the last time I started doing that, shit started rolling out here. Let's see what I can do with this. Come on, hold on.
You done fucked with the wrong one, bro. You know that, right? boy, you was a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you done fucked with the right one. I guarantee you gonna find that out. You big dummy. You done fucked with the wrong one, bro. You know that, right? boy, you was a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you done fucked with the right one. I guarantee you gonna find that out. You done fucked with the wrong one, boy. You know that, right? boy, you was a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you done fucked with the wrong one, boy. You know that, right? boy, you was a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you done fucked with the right one. I guarantee you gonna find that out. You big dummy. You done fucked with the wrong one, boy. You know that, right? boy, you was a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you done fucked with the right one. I guarantee you gonna find that out. You done fucked with the wrong one, boy. You know that, right? boy, you was a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you done fucked with the right one. You done fucked with the wrong one, boy. You know that, right? boy, you was a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you done fucked with the right one. I guarantee you gonna find that out. You done fucked with the wrong one, boy. You know that, right? boy, you was a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you done fucked with the right one. I guarantee you gonna find that out. You done fucked with the wrong one, boy. You know that, right? Boy, when you were a clown, man, I swear to God, funny as fuck. But you the fuck away. I guarantee you gonna find that out. You the fuck with the wrong one, boy, you know that, right? Boy, when you were a clown, man, I swear to God, funny as fuck. But you the fuck away. I guarantee you gonna find that out. You the fuck with the wrong one, boy, you know that, right? Boy, when you were a clown, man, I swear to God, funny as fuck. But you the fuck away. I guarantee you gonna find that out. You the fuck with the wrong one, boy, you know that, right? Boy, when you were a clown, man, funny as fuck. But you the fuck away. I guarantee you gonna find that out.
All right. Had to get that out. Had to get that out my system. I had to get that out my system, you big dummy. So, shout out to everybody that's over here. Hey, Dream Team, what's going on? I had to loop that and get it out my system. So now I'm about to get to what I need to get to. Well, you see this guy pop out all of a sudden trying to say he know Rob. He's been affiliated. He's this. You heard everybody come out and say, Robert do not know this guy like that, to that degree. It's been his mama, not him. His mama has been the reason why he even dealt with or was even around Robert. Hold on, make sure bridge. Apps.com. Because, and then it's like, with that being said, like people are trying to make them come together, like, oh, this is what's going on. It's this, it's this, it's this, it's this, you gotta be fine. It's this, it's this. Stop it. Stop it. Robert do not know this man like that. Gotta put it out there. But he said that I stole from the defense fund. Question is how? When you do your transaction, it goes straight to the account that's being overseen by the federal government. Listen to how idiotic he sound. Oh, you know what? Y'all don't gotta hear from me. I want y'all to hear this yourself.
Whatever somebody say, anyway, y'all.
He wants you out of the fucking picture. That's what that really is about. So I'm saying it, but I know that motherfucker's watching because he's the only nigga that knew I was in California that could have put that shit out there like that. And he disappeared. We're talking every fucking day until after that day police report, that video came out showing that footage. I ain't heard from him.
I thought they could get married in prison. I thought they could get. They can't.
Miss Wimbush in the building.
In prison.
If we've been trying to talk her out of the picture, she needs to know that shit. Lying and telling Rob that she tried to marry him so that her father can end up with all the Rob shit. That's what that nigga telling Rob. And she goes there to visit him. And he's telling, that's what he's telling everybody around Rob. So I hope she's listening and she hears that shit. That nigga. And he know who the fuck he is. Who told him people while I was in California, he did that shit. He's the one telling Rob that shit about that's trying to create this division from, because right now, Cloud is a picture that nobody else that has ownership of Rob shit but him. Period. And you can best believe a nigga said, oh, that little white motherfucker, $1 million to turn on Rob. We had all these negative things to say about how Rob didn't invite him in to eat a deal one day, he didn't do this, that, and other. So fuck that second. He knows what I'm talking about. He met with me several times through breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Well, I'm not gonna ask who it is. I'm just saying I'm not gonna ask. I'm not gonna ask nothing there.
You ain't got to, goddammit. You ain't got to. I hope you stupid looking up. I know he's shivering in his fucking boots right now. Because this information gonna get back here. It's gonna get one way or the other. Rain, sleep, hell, snow, bro. You can't keep hiding this kind of shit. You low-life motherfucker. You can't keep hiding this kind of shit, dude. God is controlling all of this. And your mom is watching you now. So I hope your ass is really, I hope I'm wrong. But you gotta look at what they have on you, dude. You selling your friend there for $1. You're a bogus ass bitch. Really, you are.
I was, like I said, I done told y'all before, I done told.
Nice Mercedes you got out there in LA, nice new Mercedes you got here, nice Rolex you got on the wrist. You don't go run up the attorney, ain't getting no money, and you control this money. That's funny as fuck. And
oh Lord, I know who you talking about now. You ain't the you the second person that told me that. I know who you talking about now. But I ain't got no proof. I can't say nothing.
Lana told me it was somebody else's Mercedes. Yeah, talking about how they stole Rob's Rolex out of Trump. Nice Rolex you got, but Rob's attorneys ain't got no motherfucking money. That's funny. And now people saying I got the fucking money. And your ass to disappear. If you know about the fucking deal, those should be cut. Pay his fucking attorney.
But all these friends and stuff need to get together. All these friends of his need to get together to pay his attorney because these fans running out their stimulus money now in hell. They run out their stimulus unemployment.
No, they need to file a class action lawsuit against them motherfuckers. What's his name? That lawyer. All the fans that contributed need to file a class action lawsuit against what's the lawyer's name? They used to be with him beginning of New York. What's his name?
Oh.
What's the lawyer in New York?
Hell, I forgot that quick.
Doug Ansar. File a class action lawsuit against Doug Ansar demanding records of where that money went. File a class action lawsuit demanding records.
So let me get this straight. He said Keith is trying to turn Joy against Rob so Tim Savage can get all of Rob's stuff. Keith stole everything from Rob. Keith got stuff in LA and in Chicago. But Don, you the one that is on camera with 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 U-Haul trucks of stuff from storage. You're on camera taken from the studio. Then you say, everybody go report Doug Anton. What Doug Anton got to do with Rob's stuff being stolen? I'm going to tell you. In order to take the heat off of you, you got to shift it somewhere. So you had your people attack Doug Anton and right Robert and lie to Robert. So now Doug just where he's at. He's still retained, but he's just not working on that part of the case at this moment. I got to make sure my words are straight because you know how the vultures will go and try to, I told you, look, yeah. No, we ain't giving no space for none of that. So Doug Anton stole the money. Keith stole the money. Keith stole the watches. Keith stole the cars. Let's see who else he claims stole something. Let's go.
Where the money went. DanaJay paid his motherfucking child support $15,000 right after that. How did he come up with that? Huh? New cars and all that shit. How the fuck did he do all that? How did he go build a new set and all the things he's doing? That was the money, motherfucker. Yeah, y'all know all this shit now because you knew I was researching your best of the shit. I see why y'all.
Well, I don't know. I'm quiet because I ain't got no paperwork.
I know for a fact. The only way child support can be lifted, goddamn it, is if the judge said he would lift it. If the custodial parent has to lift the shit, not as long as this shit today. The custodial parent has to lift the shit, or you have to pay it.
Now, wait. Now it go from Keith to Doug to Dana. But nobody talked about 3 truckloads. I'm going to give y'all the numbers. Keith, Doug, Dana. 3. 3 truckloads, though, missing. Will, 1. But one person stole stuff out the studio. Y'all get the replacements now? So it goes from Angelo breaking into his car and getting the information from his bail bondsman to now Angelo didn't get the information, but Keith gave the information to Angelo, which they don't even talk at all. They don't even know each other. But Keith gave the information to Angelo, and Angelo broke in his truck and stole 2 hard drives, left a laptop there. The laptop, he said, have a password encryption on it. So Angelo bypassed the laptop encryption, sent the email to himself, answered himself, argued with himself, then closed the laptop back and left, all without being undetected in broad daylight. Now, either I'm slow or this nigga is telling a hell of a lie and can't remember where his start, stop, and punctuation marks need to be. I'm just saying. Because it's one thing to have Larry on your ass. It's one thing to have Sharon Wimbush and everybody else on your ass. But when I'm on your ass, oh, it's a whole nother devil. Because I'm not going to stop. So now, I need to have answers. How can all that happen in broad daylight? But I'm about to throw a curveball to everybody. Sharon Wimbush come on the scene talking about doing the work. DanaJay come on the scene talking about let's do rallies, let's do this, let's raise funds for Rob because his stuff is frozen. Send everything to the defense fund. You seen Will come on and talk about unity. You see Don Russell and the rest of his minions come on, and what they talk about? Money. Why everything have to revolve around money with this group of bandicoots? That's what I want to know. You got a group of bandicoots, but that's all that revolves around them is money. Money, recording, and trying to expose. So this is what I learned how to do. You don't play with the flying monkeys. You go to the witch. In this version of The Wiz, the witch happened to be a fat man. Hey, Mama Mary, I see you, baby. Glad to see you here. How your husband doing? Glad to see you here, Mama Mary. But in this episode of The Wiz, the witch just so happened to be a short, swollen. Y'all know them 5 letters. I ain't gonna say it. But somebody asked me a question. And the question was, why Don go so hard with trying to get $1 million? AMI, $1 million. Rob said, I ain't know nothing about it. The $1 Million Initiative, Rob said he don't know nothing about it. But Don Russell said he got all the signatures, all the pictures, all the photos, all the IDs, all the passports, all the contracts. You can only get that if you're going in the studio. At the time that Rob couldn't be in the studio. Excuse me. So with that groundwork being laid, you see, when the rallies was going good, I'm going to take y'all back and I'm going to bring y'all forward and I'm going to show y'all. When the rallies was doing good, you seen Richard Arline call Bedbug's phone and say, Don, got some work for you to do. I'm going to bring it to you again. You heard Richard Arline, a.k.a. A.R. Rich, a.k.a. Jetfly Leaks, call Bedbug phone and say, Don got some work for you to do. Well, before all that, you seen Bedbug post on his Facebook page, I got an inside source. That's R. Kelly on the tape. And my inside source is credible. So let's just pick those two people. You got A.R. Rich, a.k.a. Richard Arline, a.k.a. Jetfly Leaks, leaking music, trying to bribe Azriel. He don't wait to be fully indicted. He got an arrest warrant and pleaded guilty. But your stuff come up sealed. Then you get special flying privileges. Then you have Con Hustle, who's been indicted. But people who've been around Robert 30, matter of fact, I'm going to make it funny. I'm going to sound like Michael Epps. People who've been around Robert 30, 25, 20, even 15, 10, 5 years are not indicted. That would raise a red flag. You've been around this man 2 years and you indicted on 4 different charges in 2 different districts. But you funneling Rob's music. And you came out and said, we got his music and we're going to play it overseas and we're going to get the money to bring it back. But little do people know, he said, I got the paperwork to get him out and the lawyers won't even talk to me. Wait a minute. If you got the paperwork to get him out and that's your brother and the lawyers won't talk to you, why do you got to go overseas to release music to come back to pay for lawyers that you don't trust? These are questions that nobody has stopped to ask. These are questions that people is just running with. But no, it gets better. Sharon Wimbush said he researching everyone, but what action has he taken to help Rob? Oh, that sounds like the whole crew. They researching everybody. Birds of a feather flock together. But what I can't understand is they all hanging together and they helped hurt Don, but they saying Don is the muscle. They believe in God. He's the Messiah. I'm glad that I got away from the retarded crew. He reports to TBD instead of the feds, lawyers, Robert. That part. That part. I'm a little delayed in hitting these joints because I'm into this today. And what you about to see is about to freak you out. Con Hustle hasn't raised one dime, and court starts in, I'm going to correct you, Sharon, 86 days. 86 days. So, why not get your friend out if you can? Right, Laverne. But we about to go down this thing called The Lane. Hold on. Yo, I'm live. Go ahead. All right. All right, now I'm gonna hit you back. Hop on and watch this real quick. So I just can't understand certain things. And what y'all about to see, I'm about to go to a zone called Drain the Swamp. So as I go to the zone that I call Drain the Swamp, nope. I'm gonna start here. If you look at what's going on, this is on the Warriors page, right? One thing I don't play is about my bros. So, Loving the King of R&B, whoever this page is, said, "I'm so glad you mentioned what a good Christian you are, because judging by your actions, I never would have known." Damn. That person just put the Warriors on notice. So then Jana Lee said, "Keep pressing. You are loved." John 3:20. Everyone who does evil hates the light and will not come unto the light for fear that their deeds will be exposed. I got a question. What happens when people are misled? This is what I mean, and this is what the Bible meant when it says, "Beware of false prophets." Then you see Latoya B. YTF mysteriously say, "Will church scandal." I find it funny that Don the Con came out 2 days ago and said this.
You done fucked with the wrong one, bro. You know that, right? boy, you was a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you done fucked with the right one. I guarantee you're gonna find that out.
He came out with that 2 days ago. And now we get a Scandal Media page. I'm going to show that. Now we get a Scandal Media page that includes Will and his dad, along with somebody else. Now, he just told you he'd be looking people up. He just told you that he'd be looking people up. Then he come out with that negative point, and then all of a sudden, Scandal Media pops up after Will put him out there, and after his sister put him out there. But let's finish. Then the jack off due process for R. Kelly said, "I had popcorn yesterday. Will Edie and Don Russell have a business together called Bridge the Gap? Things that make you go, Well, I'm here to say due process for R. Kelly don't know what the hell they talking about, because no, Will and Don don't. I will support this business and I will blast this business for people to go and support and donate. It's called Bridge the Gaps, GAPZ.com. A brighter future, Bridge the Gaps. So as I scroll, I see slogans, I see pictures, I see all this, right? I go about the about section. I see the whole slogan. Okay. Then I go to the team. In the team, I see Miss Sean Russell. Then I see Will Eady. Then I see Lawrence McCall, Chief Lawrence T. McCall. But I don't see Don Russell. And I see it's made by L. Sean Russell. So my question is, everybody, when you get a chance, go and support Miss L. Sean Russell page. It's called www.bridgethegaps.com. Subscribe like I'm about to do. I told you I lead by example, so I don't mind subscribing, so that way y'all will see that I have subscribed. This is a legit business, a legit page. So I encourage everybody from the Dream Team to please go subscribe. But I see a 3-man team. Now, you see how the fake narratives and everything are being put out there? They try to do whatever they can do to discredit Will. Then they get mad. Oh, Will didn't say nothing about Sharon. Will didn't say nothing about Dana, but he put all of us in it. Maybe Will had to see through all the lies that y'all motherfuckers was doing. Golo running around with a whole thing of Kel's music. Who's Golo? Yo, it's crazy. But I'm lost. Toy, that's the point that I'm trying to make. How would she know that fast? Unless the connection between Dawn and Bedbug is relevant, as I've been saying for the longest. But I ain't putting no fluff on it. I ain't, as Larry say, I ain't putting no stink on it. But I'm gonna take my own word. I ain't putting no Nelia on it. Like I say, I wasn't even gonna do this, but I will come back and debunk every lie that's been put out there. Especially when it comes to Will Eady, Keith, Sharon, Robert, and others who don't want to be named, so I won't name them. So, like I say, y'all are the dumbest criminals ever, because Don get mad at Will and get mad at his sister and go straight to Scandal Media and portray him to be Tammy Washington. Now, Will told me when it first came out to ignore it, and he said he know who it is. It's a faggy from Chicago. I never knew the faggy was the con man. So I get it now. I get it. And nobody a fool says, Sharon, you never want to respond to some real questions. Well, maybe your questions ain't real, nobody a fool. And on top of that, she's grown when I last recall. She don't got an answer to nothing that none of y'all ask. Neither do none of us. So how she a snake? You explain that. Because all of y'all fools. So with that being said, it kills me. Because from that point, I said, okay, the Scandal Media choice. So I say, Don got all this money. Because Don said that he carried the whole camp. He said he even carried Rob on the road. Rob owed him money. That's what he said. But as I stumbled across some things, one piece of the puzzle was missing. Until this morning. And that piece came together. So, June Barrett, on April the 6th, 2020 at 6:25 p.m., which wasn't that long ago, baby, you said, hey, Sharon, hope you are doing well. I'm on the team of Roscoe's Community, which launched a campaign to feed veterans, disabled, and the elderly affected by the lockdown of cities due to the virus. If you are able to make a donation, it would be greatly appreciation. What? It would be greatly appreciation. If you're not in a position to donate at this time, you can still assist by sharing the link with others in your area. Every little bit helps. Thank you. And then it says, Roscoe's Feeding the Community, organized by Don Russell. Join Roscoe's Community, NFP, and Roscoe's House of Chicken and Waffles as we feed the community. Don Russell needs your support for Roscoe's Feeding the Community. There's nothing wrong with that. But what's something wrong with is when I see https://www.gofundme.com. Hold the fuck up. Wait a minute. You got to GoFundMe, but you're trying to extort millions of dollars from people? Things that make you go, But then as you go deeper, it goes here. Roscoe's Feeding the Community, $2,740. Why is your goal $100,000? Team fundraiser, Don Russell and 5 others are organizing this fundraiser on behalf of Allison Walker. Wait a minute. I know the name Allison Walker. That's the person that attacked me around this time last year. That's the same person that you were taking up for, Don, on Twitter last year. That's the same person who put a lot of false negatives out on me. So I know a Allison Walker who proclaims to be an attorney, who proclaims to be close to Robert from Chicago. So is it safe to say that June Barrett has claimed the alias of Allison Walker, or could Allison Walker be you? One thing's for sure, I don't forget nothing. Now, with me saying that, I'm going to do a round the block on Allison Walker. And I'm going to show everything that's been said. And we're going to do a comparison. But I believe Allison Walker is you, Don. Because as I think about what Cash said to me, you take on the personas of many people and plant narratives and stories. Now, if Will Eady, father, and Will Eady was in a scandal, why didn't it hit Chicago news? Why didn't it hit WGCI? And you know, Kendra would have loved to dog anybody that stands for Robert, but it hit Scandal Media. Things that make you go, But the last part is what took me out of here. Don Russell, the organizer, raised $110 from 3 donations, Los Angeles, California. Watch this. You got the indie bill sign, but the beneficiary is Allison Walker. So Lupe Panada sent $50. Tabitha Roy sent $20. Ariana Walker is just a team member, but June Barrett is a team member, aka Don's mother. Wait. I thought this was for feeding families in need. I thought this was to feed the veterans, disabled, and elderly affected by the lockdown of cities due to the virus. If that's the case, why isn't a charity that is going to? Why isn't it some type of veteran program that is going to? But it's going to Allison Walker. So it makes sense why you had to try to stop the defense fund. Because the defense fund was going to help Robert. And you don't want nothing to go help Robert because you want it to help you. You want everything to go help you. That's why you're not in a hurry to go get a real lawyer. Because you're working with them folks, man, in my Levi voice. And wait a minute, Sharon, I didn't see that until now. Here we go. IT computer programs doesn't pass chicken out the store manager's duty. I didn't know that neither. And like I said, I've been calling this out for over a year. Nobody will listen. And then when it started coming out, now everybody, Dana, how you know? You must be part of it. No. I paid attention and I listened. When the road curved, I paid attention to that curve. So while everybody else kept going, I sat and examined that curve. And if it walked like a duck, if it talked like a duck, if it looked like a duck, and in my Mama Mary voice, and if it go fuck a duck, then it can't be a chicken. I got a problem with this. And since I got a problem with it, and since they tried it with the R. Kelly Defense Fund, just like when I told y'all that $1 million initiative, it was to help Don. And when I put the magnifying glass on it, it mysteriously disappeared. That Kelly's for Justice shit. I think everybody on the Dream Team need to go report this and shut this down. Because if Rob can't get what he need, nobody gonna get what they need. That's my stance. It ain't never changed. I've always been the same asshole. It ain't never changed. So if Rob can't get what he need, nobody can get what they need. So I think everybody need to go report this as fraud to GoFundMe. It ain't hard. Just go report it as fraud. And the weird part about it is he thinks he's doing it and getting away with it. But the crazy part about this is everybody that was on Cubic Zirconian page talking about, Don, you for Robert. When he threatened Robert, if I didn't believe nothing else, when he threatened Robert, that would have been my walking papers. Because how can I advocate for Robert Kelly, and this man saying he like a brother, but then he turn around and threaten Robert because everybody asked him to bring Robert stuff back. Somebody make that make sense to me. Somebody make that make sense to me. And then they talking about, oh, you use my name and for cash apps. Yo, I barely get a cash app over here. But when I do, I appreciate everything. But your right-hand man, the one that you help pay hotel stay for, the one that you help pay rent for, the one that you send money for constantly, is constantly swindling people out of cash apps and making gullible ass women feel like they are obligated to do that. If that's the way he get it, let him get it. Ain't no hate over here. But if you're going to call that shit the way it is. And then you make it, how did he get that? $15,000, this and this and this and this. Now, motherfucker, I'm going to tell you how I got all my stuff done. A process that you came on here and tried to do. And you won't show the last step, as I told everybody. Yes, you got your DUNS number. Yes, you went and applied for that bond. But what's the last step? And I believe you got 12 days to do the last step. If not, we could be seeing more charges of fraud in the government. Like I said, Dawn, you talking about, I know the steps, blah. Yo, I teach this shit. And if you don't know how to counsel the debt, you fucked. That's why they said, okay, we'll give you the bond. Ain't nobody gonna give you $40 million without a fight. And that's how much your bond is with the feds. If you think I'm lying, go to TDA and look it up. It's right now on Wall Street being traded on, getting buku money through trade. Now, stupid ass, who gonna help you out of this one? Because I'm quite sure ain't no more brother gonna help you out of this after them seeing what you done did. Because now you turning the way we live into a shit show. Now you turning the way we live, people that live in private, into a shit show. Somebody showed you how to do a couple steps. And now you want to, I can do this, I can do that. Well, if that's the case, let's go here. If that's the case, why your mama don't got no back windows in the house? Since you said that you own a house, show your deed of clearance. Because I know you don't got the money to pay for that house. Not unless you took the money that was in your mama account of the advance for that Rob got from Sony. Oh, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk my shit. How did he get access to the storage? That part, I don't know. I know to the studio, he knows the man, but that sued Rob and for $4 million. I do know that. And the man let him in the studio. As far as the storage, I do not know. So until you start doing 1099 OIDs, Don, until you start doing shit with what is that over there? What is that? Clearance of debts and debt elimination and 1099A and 1099C. Until you start doing that, You can't talk that shit with me, bro. Furthermore, why is your shit sealed? The only way they're going to seal your stuff in an open indictment is if you're working with them folks. So when I see your little cronies running around telling them, oh, book him, shut the fuck up. Just because I don't talk about shit, don't know, I don't know. Because I can give you a whole breakdown on how to do it. Oh, I got the paperwork to get Robert out. I knew exactly what you was talking about. Robert can't stand as a man because Robert don't understand the verbiage, first of all. So that's not going to work. You will actually get Robert triple life in jail because he tried to use a process and didn't understand it. Robert don't know the meaning between understand and overstand. And the way that they would do it, it'll make him be like, okay, yeah. And that's all they got to say is, do you understand? And Robert like, yes, I do understand. Thank you. Now you stand under our authority. We get to do what we want to do. And we got personal jurisdiction. So, Don, let's talk about that. Because the federal government got personal jurisdiction over you. Wasn't you locked up? Didn't they take your photo and mug? They got personal jurisdiction. So you can't challenge that because they already got it. His old case is also sealed. That part right there, Robert. Only informants going to have sealed shit. Now, I'm going to keep it a buck. My case in Atlanta, I got it expunged because it wasn't me. So when you look at my shit, it's going to say expunge, dead docket. Your shit say sealed. So you had to give up something to gain something. And with the charges that you have, they shouldn't have never let you out of jail. But they had to leave, but they had to let you out of jail for you to complete the RICO for them. Then let's go here. You want to talk about Cheryl Mack. I will never say Cheryl Mack wasn't a problem. But Don, let's talk about who you talked to that really fucked Robert up. That trained the ladies in Surviving R. Kelly how to cry on cue. None other than the actress coach herself, Tamara Simmons. I told you, I'll bring y'all whole camp out. And I said it once and I say it again. I will burn this bitch all the way down. Let's talk about it. You're a card player. Let's play spades. Double or nothing. Deuces wild. Tamara Simmons. Asante McGee, right-hand girl. Kitty Jones, right-hand girl. Took them and trained them for a year of what to say, what not to say, how to look on camera, where to look. I challenge everybody. If you've seen Surviving R. Kelly, go back and look at it. Tune the music out. Because first, the music captivates you. That's what music does. It captivates your attention. It's spellbounding. Then everything else It's just a projectory lie. So you're being fed a projectory lie while you're under a spell of music. Have anybody ever asked that question? Have anybody ever questioned why, when you're doing an interview, you're not looking directly into the camera, but you would take breaks and say, I'm sorry, I gotta go. Come on. I'm trained to do this shit. I do this shit for a reason. I love acting. But you got to understand when you need to put acting to the side and be real. So, Don, when you want to send your crew, make sure your crew know what they're doing. Because all the slander and shit. Oh, he's a lie. He did that. He did that. Oh, he's a lie. He's a lie. He lied about this. 26 times he lied. He said he was 250 and he's 280. How do you know? If I never seen you in person. So it's cool to make shit sound believable. But is it cool when the truth come back and slap you in your motherfucking face? Because while y'all trying to bash me, Will, Keith, and everybody else, while y'all doing this, I understand the thumb is the trigger. I understand the pointer is the direct. But you got 3 motherfuckers back here that's more powerful than both of these two. And it's pointing directly at you. So I'm glad the Warriors put it up there. It's exposing season. I'll draw first blood. As Marvin Gaye say, let's get it on. But while y'all sitting up there scramming and putting out false reports, let's put truth out there. Because nobody has never talked about this. Nobody has never talked about the nipple. Nobody has never talked about all of the money that was raised and not given. Nobody has never talked about where any of that money went. Nobody has never talked about how Nicole ain't never received any money that was raised in R. Kelly's name. Nobody. But you know what they jump on and say? Dana's a lie. Fuck Will. Fuck Sean Wimbush. Fuck Keith. Why fuck us when y'all stealing like a motherfucker? Y'all got the fat penguin, the short penguin, and the oversized nipple crook. Then you got the dumb Texan, baby yuck mouth, and everybody else in between. Somebody help me make this make sense. And if Daboski would tell the truth, everything I told him is coming to light now about y'all. It just took me to back away. And then I'm going to go here because they got into another brother ear that want to just talk big shit. Pop big shit. Bro, listen to me good because I know you watch my shit. You just get into this fight. I've been in this fight. It ain't easy. I'm not saying your name because I'm not building your platform. So while you have the rest of the YTF and everybody over there that's trying to build your shit, that's trying to make you feel like You doing a good thing while you keep trying to defend your brother Don? Understand me in this position. I'm a man. I don't do subliminals. I do direct hits. So if you feel as though you got the need to talk to me, then you come talk to me. Other than that, you stay in your lane and do what you do. And I mean that. The Polsky over here wilding. He said, right dude as really think he on something with them throwaway. Told you the Polsky gonna roll. I don't know why the hell this nigga gonna roll. This nigga gonna roll today. So it is what it is, man. Talking about people posting people kids, and how about when my kids got posted? Where were you then? How about when people put illegal recordings? Where were you then? And I know somebody gonna say, oh, you recorded Sylvia illegally. I'll prove to you that I didn't. Sylvia said it on multiple occasions. Dana, I know you're recording. So if you know I'm recording, then what's the problem? If you know I'm recording, what's the problem? Shit, when we went to court, Gerald Griggs say, I know Dana records everything when it comes to him helping Robert. But then turned around and said, but who the fuck are you? I don't give you my permission. One thing about an architect, I can give you pieces of the puzzle, but I'll never give you my fucking blueprint. Never. So while y'all thought y'all was really hurting me by stabbing me in the back, it got to me a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. It hurt a little bit. But now that I understand that I had to do that to really find out who the fuck y'all were. So now y'all just put yourself in a bad situation. And y'all say it all the time, we ain't trying to meet Robert. That's not the picture that I got. Because if y'all wasn't trying to meet Robert, if y'all were just trying to do the work, the minute I said, I'm going to see if I can get Robert to meet the people who's going to be rocking out there for him, y'all would have said, nah, that's not necessary. Let's talk about it. Y'all came to the Trump in stretch pants, tight clothes, revealing. Thank God he wasn't available then. Then when y'all called and I said, no, now is not a good time. Y'all jump out, almost crash the car. Robert. But then y'all get mad. And when y'all hotbox and try to stalk Robert, and the first thing they ask, where's Dana? And y'all said, we don't know. We think he's at the hotel. The second question, have y'all talked to Dana? No, we haven't. Pulls off on y'all. And then the warriors say, why everything got to go through Dana? But I find it funny that why everything got to go through Dana, 13 months later, Dana don't know the man. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. That's why I said I don't understand, even on down to Lolo. Like, bro, you know the truth, bro. You know how you been putting out there that that's your God, Dad. I put you on Front Street. I put you on Front Street. after stopping him from calling the police on you. You ain't gonna talk about that though, bro. We circled the Trump 7 times. Why do you think it was 7 times? On that 5th time, he had his phone about to call the police. And while you were standing by the door, since you valeted your car because you wanted to go and talk to Robert, your goddad. And when he got out, I said, Rob, there go your godson. He said, who? Dana, I told you I don't have no fucking godchild. I said, there's Lolo. You hung your head. And Jasmine went and gave you a hug and said, what's wrong? And then I circled back and went back and jumped in front of the freelance guy that worked for TMZ and started talking to him and forced him off of property. See, these are stories that I was holding to myself because it really wasn't nothing to worry about. So why y'all got to do stuff to make yourself look big, like going around lying and saying, oh, Robert shouted me out in the goddamn song. No. That Lolo is in Gary, Indiana that passed away. OG Lolo. And you ain't 60 nothing. So come on. Bro. Man, you ain't even have an issue, bro. Until you got with those folks. And then at the meet and greet, talk about it. You thought I was going to bang you in your mouth. But I said, nah. And I did it in front of everybody. Nah, yo, we cool, yo. Cut that beef. I dapped you up, and your heart was beating my arm off your chest. Stop that, bro. If you're going to rock for Rob, rock for Rob, bro. All that pump faking over with, man. All that pump faking over with, man. Even on down to you on YouTube with them old videos singing off tune and off key and all that. I get it, bro. This stuff got to stop, man. And if you're getting music from Jetfly, a.k.a. Richard R-Line, a.k.a. A.R. Rich, I told y'all how to do it. Cut the braids, cut the facial hair, lose some weight. Same person. Yo, I just think a lot of y'all has gone too far. Honestly. A lot of y'all have ventured into a realm that's beyond you. Some stuff I won't even get into because it's beyond me. I know a lot, but I say a little. Come on, bro. You ain't even like that, bro. And then you be on here talking about Dana the devil and this and that. Yo, I see it all, bro. Just like, and when Don Russell talking all that crazy stuff, but I seen D. Wilson in there talking about some old shit. Oh shit, what? Don, how the fuck can you even mention, oh, you was on a bus with a Jasmine and we see the receipts. But didn't you say you ain't really have too much to say to Jasmine because you knew she was there to set Robert up? Didn't you say that she was Yolanda's sister? Aren't you the same one, Don? But I said that and Rashonda is Sparkle's daughter. You say shit that motherfuckers ain't even fact checking. Why? Because you're a fast talker and motherfuckers love what you got to say. Didn't you go to the Boski channel and say, Rob gave me a bill of sale? I'll wait. Oh, I got dads. I got this. Mama Joanne. Yo, look at this. Rob bought his daughter a pony and all this. But didn't you say that Rob gave you a bill of sale for his music? And I'm going to be honest with you. And Daboski made something very clear. And so did Bedbug. They said, Dana don't want you talking to us. Well, I bet if Daboski knew then what he know now, he probably wouldn't have never said shit to you. That's my question. You bamboozled a lot of people. But what are their faces going to be like when you standing there with a Robert and they call out the actions of the Rico? And they say, well, Robert was in jail. But the actions of the Rico, this is everything that Don did. It's too late then. It's too late for y'all motherfuckers to get mad and be like, Don fucked this out. It's too late. Ain't no turning back now. It's too late. I know sometimes I might aggravate the shit out of people. But trust me, if I'm bringing information, it's been vetted and fact-checked, and it came from above. I just so happen to be the asshole that don't mind doing it. And I said it once and I say it again. My hands are forever clean. The problem is, I'm that motherfucking mongoose that went into a bed of snakes and I got the king cobra by his motherfucking neck. Then he get on here and say, I never stole nothing from Rob. But Sharon Wimbush put out a video and said, just bring Rob's stuff back. And he said, why? Taking without somebody's authority is what? Stealing, right? If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. So I understand the foot soldiers. That's a distraction to keep me distracted. So that way I won't keep bringing the truth out about what it is. So while you sat with the feds for 7 days straight, while you got wired up and went around talking about, oh, what is your real name? How close are you to Robert again? Facts. Look, Sharon Wimbush put it out there. And then you get mad and said, she never showed her face. Why? I'm going to drop a bombshell. Was she directed not to? That's what you need to worry about. Was she directed not to meet with you? Because if she would have met with you, you would have flipped it like you're trying to do now. But then my question ain't never get answered, Miss Sharon Wimbush. And my question was, what was Rob's hard drives doing in the backseat of your car? That was my first question that never got answered. My second question was, why did you go into the storage after the feds went in there? I get it, to make it seem like the feds took everything and they're holding it. By that time, you can make a profit off of it, and then when Rob come back to get it, or you can play the dumb game like, yo, the feds got it, they don't want to give it back, and then it's a seesaw battle between the feds and Robert. get it. I been got it. I just sat back and waited to see how far this was going to go. So what a diversion. You break your own window out. You get a claim. You don't show the police report numbers. You just show an outline of a police report. So who knows if it was blank or not? But then let's go here. Angelo. That's your story. Angelo got my address from my bail bondsman. He set out in front of a building that I don't tell nobody that I'm at. Then he follows me to another location. Then I finally pulls up in front of the address that's on my bail bondsman thing, and he's following me. He busts. I get out my car. I go in my baby mama house. He busts out my window. He takes the hard drives. He takes some other stuff, but he leaves the computer. And he take the hard drive and he take my discovery, but he leaves the computer after going in the computer, turning it on, bypassing my passcode that I have on there that I don't talk to him about, that he wouldn't know about. He sends an email to himself. He answers himself. He cusses himself out. Then he cuts me out. Then he closes the computer off, puts it back down, and put it back in the backseat. Man, who the fuck you think you playing with? You take that shit to a courthouse, they gonna fuck around and take, you know what, Don Russell to the booty house. Don Russell to the booty house. That's an insult. All of this is in broad daylight. My girl got cameras on my girl got cameras on her car. I mean, on her house, but her camera don't catch shit. The next door neighbor camera catches it all. I just want, you know what? Look, Sharon said the smartest thing she ever could have did was not showing her face. I totally agree. Totally agree. I just don't understand. Angelo is a fucking magician. Shit. But I understand why you did that too. So that way, when you go back to motherfucking court, you can say, since my case is tied into Roberts, Azriel Clary, victim number 5 in New York. Her father is stalking me. So I think you need to throw this case all the way out because she trying to have harm done to me. Hoping the judge will say, you know what? That should sound logical sense. Let me throw that out. Which means you get off scot-free. Robert might get clear some shit, but everything that you're attached to, you will get off of it. Just so you can come out and do more damage. And Robert will sit for the rest of his fucking life. Who do you think you're playing with? Who do you think you're playing with? I ain't been around this legal shit for nothing. I break shit down to the point where the so-called people that's in master school can't understand what the fuck going on. This is some street shit y'all trying to do. Don now says that someone spray painted his car when they broke into it. He keeps adding elements to the crime, which raises red flags. Angie, I'm going to say this. If somebody spray painted his car and broke into it, he's trying to get a claim from his insurance company. And he's trying not to use that 1.3 million. Because then if he use it, everybody going to start having questions. So what he's doing, he's making himself obvious because he's trying to live and do this shit off of Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle budget. You can't hide that 1.3, bro. It's all around. It's all around. And the one thing I'm going to say is this right here. That very powerful man in Chicago, that person that wrote that letter that sent it to Larry was talking about, remember what that man said to you. He said, if I find out that you fucking lying, that'll be the worst day in your life. How long have you been lying to that man? How long have you been lying to that man? Don't you think I've sent that man videos? Don't you think I've had to explain that man the process that you were trying to talk about? So when people talk about, oh, Dana mad because Don did this, Don did that, hold that thought. Hold that thought. How long have I been talking about that process, buddy boy? I don't know if you can see it, but it's white on white, so I don't think you can see it. How long have I been talking about that process, buddy boy? These are the forms. How long have I been talking about that process, buddy boy? These are the forms. Actually, it's the 1099-Cs. How long have I been talking about that process? I know you ain't do this. I know you ain't do this. So come on, man. The stuff you talking is crazy. And I definitely know that you ain't do this. So the stuff you talking is crazy. Everything that you trying to do, I broke it down to that man. Because I respect that man. I met that man one time. I had multiple conversations after that. Stop, man. Stop. Stop. He has robbed intellectual property. Why would he want him out? Facts. So I'm going to ask everybody this question, then I'm going to go. I'm going to ask y'all the same question that Don asked everybody else. Who have the most to gain if Rob never come home? On that note, I see y'all back at 5. Y'all be blessed. I love y'all. And we're going to keep it going. Peace. Don't forget, the media violated R. Kelly rights. Lifetime produced and aired Surviving R. Kelly, a docuseries based on criminally unvetted and unproven allegations. Free R. Kelly right now. He is innocent. Rogue domestic feminist terrorists are targeting the rich and powerful. If they are successful, you could be next. Your sons could be next. Your fathers could be next. Me Too, Time's Up, Color Change, and Mute R. Kelly violated the rights of all Americans. See y'all at 5-1.
Yeah.
boy, you know that, right? Boy, you a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you the fuck with the right one. I guarantee you gonna find that out. You the fuck with the wrong one, boy, you know that, right? Boy, you a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. You the fuck with the wrong one, boy, you know that, right? Boy, you a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you the fuck with the right one. I guarantee you gonna find that out. You the fuck with the wrong one, boy, you know that, right? Boy, you might come in, nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you the fuck with the right one. I guarantee you gonna find that out. You the fuck with the wrong one, boy, you know that, right? Boy, you a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you the fuck with the right one. I guarantee you gonna find that out. You the fuck with the wrong one, boy, you know that, right? Boy, you a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you the fuck with the right one. I guarantee you gonna find that out. You the fuck with the wrong one, boy, you know that, right? Boy, you a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you the fuck with the right one. I guarantee you gonna find that out. You the fuck with the wrong one, boy, you know that, right? Boy, you a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you the fuck with the right one. I guarantee you gonna find that out. You the fuck with the wrong one, boy, you know that, right? Boy, you a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you the fuck with the right one. I guarantee you. You the fuck with the wrong one, boy, you know that, right? Boy, you a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you the fuck with the right one. I guarantee you. You the fuck with the wrong one, boy, you know that, right? Boy, you a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you the fuck with the right one. I guarantee you gonna find that out. You the fuck with the wrong one, boy, you know that, right? Boy, you a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you the fuck with the right one. I guarantee you gonna find that out. You the fuck with the wrong one, boy, you know that, right? Boy, you a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you the fuck with the right one. I guarantee you gonna find that out. You the fuck with the wrong one, boy, you know that, right? Boy, you a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you the fuck with the right one. I guarantee you gonna find that out. You the fuck with the wrong one, boy, you know that, right? Boy, you a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you the fuck with the right one. I guarantee you gonna find that out. You the fuck with the wrong one, boy, you know that, right? Boy, you a clown ass nigga, I swear to God. Funny as fuck. But you the fuck with the right one.